Hello, Flosstube. How are you doing, guys? Welcome to my room. This is live tube number 1. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Is everything in order? Is anyone there? I hope so. I'm stressed. I don't know why. first time coming, live. Oh, people are. Yeah, Stacy and Alexia. Hello. How are you going? How are you doing? Oh, there's a morning where Stacy is based. Hello, everyone. I'm very stressed. If you can see what's going on over here, there's a dog. I am Philippines. Hello, James. I am babysitting a dog at the moment. So, Australia. Beautiful, dangerous country, but all of my Aussies. Hello, how are you doing? Sorry, I'm very stressed. First time going live. Oh my gosh. How you guys been? I am finally back from my holiday. I thought about filming a Flosstube video like last week after I came back from my holiday, but I had so little stitching done that I just didn't want to bother. Sorry for the, mess in my room, but this is how it is. I am not good with cleaning. Oh, Norton Stitcher, hello from Alaska. Yay! I have friends in Alaska. I always wanted to go to Alaska. Never been there. It was it's very interesting for me because you have to go through Canada to get there, right? And surprisingly, Alaska is this part of the United States. It is very interesting, and is apparently people are so kind there that they don't lock their cars in occurrence that you get attacked by a polar bear or something like that. I don't know. That's what I heard about that. Do you like my t-shirt? It's best dad bod. Let me have a look. Maybe I can flip the... Can I flip the camera around so it's like true to... That'll be very handy, isn't it? I don't know where to. That's at the chat. Does anyone has any idea where to change that? Because if I try to edit, yes, Alexia, I did really enjoy Scotland. It was a wonderful place. We first went to Edinburgh and spent 4 days there. We did some sightseeing, going around the town. We did a lot of shopping, and I will show you that a little bit later. You have a little bit foreshadowing over here. I did buy a lot of scarves for myself and also as a gift for my family and upcoming birthdays for my friends. After that we moved into Isle of Skye. We stayed in Portree over there for 4 more days. We've been hiking a lot. We've seen ferry pools. It was a beautiful part of Scotland's Highlands of Scotland. I would recommend that to anyone that likes hiking and beautiful scenery. After that, we moved to Inverness and near Loch Ness. We tried to swim a little bit in Loch Ness, but water was so freezing that I got to my upper thighs and I refused to go any further. Every male will agree with me that this is the threshold for tolerance. After that, we decided to go to Glasgow for 2 days, and we spent a night in a beautiful hotel run by Marriott Hotel, I think. Yeah, it's a pub. or Hilton. No, it's part of Hilton. So it was quite expensive. I reserved it, and we've been there for my partner's birthday as a little gift for me. We've had a wonderful dinner of McDonald's because we arrived very, very late. Um, First of all, I booked a nice hotel in near Glasgow, but when we arrived there, they told us that the room is no longer available. And on booking.com was still available because I paid for it. So they quickly refunded me the money, and I had to find a hotel like urgently, something else, right? So we drove to the Hilton hotel that was in center because I booked the night there. And apparently I booked the night with different Hilton hotel, which was in outskirts of Glasgow. So we had to go back on the outskirts, and it was very late. It was after 10. So we decided to get some McDonald's as a dinner. Uh, so this is the birthday supper dinner that we had for my partner. Not the best, but definitely quite tasty. I do love some McDonald's from time to time, not often, obviously, because I don't want to get, wider than I have to be. Uh, person that has very complicated name. Pasión por le Punto de Cruz, Amuenda Zapata. Good night from Madrid, Spain. Hello. Yes, yes, Alexia, we still enjoyed our day. It was very, very nice. My partner actually, for next day that we stayed in Glasgow, he bought us a tour. It was an urban um, art tour. We see the murals, the commissioned and not commissioned, like illegally painted, like a street art. It was very, very interesting. I do like art, and it was very nice to see how people, utilize space in the city. Apparently, art game, like street art game in Glasgow is just, crawling and getting better slowly year by year. And more paintings are commissioned slowly by the council because I didn't like the city itself that much, solely because it is very industrial and very hectic, I would say, even. It was very packed with high buildings. And the lady that told us and had a tour with us, she told me that beauty of the buildings in Glasgow starts from the second floor and up. And that's actually true because architectural beauty of those buildings are, on the higher floors when there all the sculptures are and beautiful roofs. And the ground floor and first floor are not very pleasing. Sorry, I have my drink of choice. This is decaffeinated Coke. I was very scared to start this live because till the last few seconds, last few minutes, no one was in the chat, and I thought it'll be like sad and alone here sitting. But thankfully, we have some people, and I'm really, really happy to have you guys here. And this is something different, isn't it? We can interact with each other, and I can tell a bit of my experiences and what I have been doing. So I have a list here of things that I want to talk about. And I know it's kind of late for some people in Europe, so I will start with cross-stitching stuff, which is quite most important, I think. And after that, we can move to how that is cross-stitch related. And after that, we can move to stuff that is not that important. So first of all, I have my first fully finished project in a while. And it was a part of a cross-stitch camp. It is run by a Colorado cross-stitcher. Her name is Sherry, if I remember correctly. And if you follow my Instagram, you already know what I've done. Sorry, I have to move something very discreetly because this is the part of my next project that I want to show you. I did something quite interesting. not really commonly seen, but well, let's go back to the fully finished project. So the project is this beautiful Celtic Jewel bookmark kit, and this is how it looks like. This is a kit made in Scotland by Textile Heritage. It was a very small project because, as you remember or follow my YouTube channel, I've tried to do a project named My Kitty, and I wasn't able to finish that on time. So I decided to do something small. The requirement of July's camp was to stitch something from a designer you never stitched before. And this was perfect. I never tried this company, and I thought this is small enough for me, definitely small enough for me to finish within a month without any stress. So most of the stitching I done in during the first week, and I finished the back stitch. Whole back stitching was done and finishing the project the week, last week when I came back from my holiday. So this is how it looks. It has a nice tassel here. They advise you to loop it through this little hole. You had to make it on your own. It was very, very hard. I ended up using a crochet hook to just pierce through the fabric and grab the string of the tassel and pull it through. And yeah, this is how it looks. Sorry for the quality. The camera, I'm doing my best. And this is my sewing. It was hand sewn, and I'm not best at it, as you can see over here. There are some lines, but I had to avoid this edges of the fabric because it didn't catch on my felt, so I had to skip through it. And I haven't used it yet because this is actually a gift for my partner. He doesn't know about this. He doesn't know that I'm going to give him that bookmark. He saw it, but first of all, I wanted to talk about it on Flosstube because the last project I finished fully. If you remember the dice wizard, I had to give it to the receiver of the gift because they had to go. They're moved back to States. So yeah, this time I waited a little bit and for you guys just to show it, and this will be gifted next week. And I really do like it. I really love how it turned out. Maybe I will do another one. They have, I think, 4 different designs now, and I decided to go with the one that requires the least stitching, but they have full coverage ones, which is very interesting. Also, I saw a few kits that are taken parts of the National British Museum paintings, and they are made into bookmarks. So the one I would like to have is the Great Wave of Kanagawa. It's the Japanese, I think you know which one I mean, because it's like the Great Wave crashing on some little boats. I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. So this is the first one. I have to, I thought I'm prepared, right? But I don't have a space to put them. I think I just put them down here on the floor. Let me read a little bit of chat. Oh, thank you. You think it's beautiful. Oh, you think I should get a matching one? Possibly. Why not? Yeah, we can just resonate with our bookmarks. Oh, yeah. I think I need to practice my sewing, but I was actually thinking about getting myself a little sewing machine because as we progress with my whips, you will see that I finally started to use my Q-snap. It'll be nice to sew myself a grime guard or a project bag to put it in, but I really don't know where to start with the sewing machines and how to operate them. So I'll have to learn a little bit more about them before I start, before I decide to get one. And I have to decide if that'll be something worth investing in it. Because if I will use it once a year, what's the point? I can just buy the thing that I need online, right? Of course, sewing it yourself will save you money in the long run, right? And you will have a new skill that you can, utilize either to sew hole in your pants or whatever. But I don't think I'm that good with sewing machine. I sew my costume that once I wear during like college festival, and it was awful. But that was back home in Poland. But that's the story for another time. Oh, Alexia writes that she was thinking about getting one to sew a project bag. Yes, so this is a good idea to, if you are trying to make few project bags for yourself. It's a good way to save money, because project bags are very, very expensive, I found out. I wanted to get 1 or 2 project bags, but they're like £30 for one, and it's like a... But yeah, you paying for the time for people to sew it, and also for material. Materials are not cheap. Fabric is expensive, isn't it? James, yes, my blanket is finished. If you want, I can just go and grab it and show it to you. Yeah, we love. Yeah, plus shipping cost. Yes, of course. Let me grab the blanket. James wants to see it. Sorry, you'll see the mess behind me for quite a bit. I'm back. Here it is. It's a massive, 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 absolutely huge blanket. Look at this. Oh, I cannot even hold it properly. It is bigger than my bed. And as you can see, it has a lot of stripes. I'm really, really pleased with the effect. So what I did, I gradually starting to widen the pattern. I think this is the bottom, yes. So as you can see, I started with only 1 line of each color, and then it became 2 lines of each color, and then it became 3 lines of each color, and at the end I finished it with 1 line of each color. So it goes like gray, green, blue, green, gray, purple, pink, purple, gray. So this was the pattern, and I think it took me a month or a month and a half, but I love to sleep under it, especially during like late spring or early autumn, because it is warm but also has those holes, so it's quite breathable. So if I am feeling a little bit too warm, I just need to lift it up, and all of the warm air that was underneath me just escapes, and I feel cool again. So it is wonderful. I love it. And also you can use it as a throw on your bed, and it looks absolutely wonderful. Okay, I'm back. Hi, Cameron. How are you? Yes, yes. My holiday was absolutely delightful. I talked about it a little bit earlier. Oh, why? Why do you have trouble with the Rooster's Hall? Uh, I mean, I decided to load it into the pattern keeper just for convenience, and using pattern keeper helped me quite a bit with it, because the start of it is um, unfortunately in a joint of 4 pages. So the first motif in the middle, it is like spread on the 4 pages, so it is quite difficult to follow it. But also you can cut the paper and tape it together, so it's easier for you to follow it. Oh, okay. So Cameron bought a basic sewing machine. How much did it cost? Because I saw a few in a hobbycraft, and I don't feel that they are like worth your money, because they are very, very small. They are like, I don't know, this big, and I don't know if I want to invest my money in something so small, because the sewing machine my grandma and mom have in Poland is absolutely a big unit. It has its own table because it's so heavy to transport. Ah, Milka is here. Hello, and I apologize. Okay, let's just let's just cover it up with the next project. Sorry. Here we go. This is Ravenclaw. I do not know how to flip the. Um, Maybe I can find something in the settings. One second. Settings. But this is the Ravenclaw project that I do like Stitch, because it is very, very easy to follow, because it has only 7 colors. One moment, let me get to the settings. If I won't find it in the next 2 minutes, I will just give up, because settings. Nope, whatever. Let's just leave it as this for now. I'll try to figure it out next time, if I manage to, if I decide to do another live. But I probably will, because it's kind of fun. I have my trusty board here to show you where I am at the moment. I stitched on it for I think 1 or 2 days. Didn't have a lot of time, mind you, but this is where I am at the moment. I was trying to finish this motif here, and I'll be working my way down here. Somewhere over here will be the head and beak. Sorry, I don't iron my projects. I know that's bad, but this is how we have to. Don't fall. I'm trying my best here. The fabric is quite long, as you can see, but I should probably cut it already, but I don't want to risk and cut too much or too less. See it? I think you should see it quite a bit. So I've finished the whole part over here, and I'm moving myself down over here, and I'm almost done with the second page. All that is left is really 2 pages. I think I have 1 page left with only color, and I just have to stitch with 310, which is not enjoyable. Well, it depends, because it's kind of mindless work, isn't it? I can just, have like 4 needles ready with 310 and just use them up very quickly, because pattern is so easy to follow with the remaining 310, and it'll be just a castle outline. And obviously I have to stitch the Ravenclaw. So this should be very easy to stitch. So I am just over here, so I have to stitch this little part and the head. I think this is done here. Obviously I need to stitch the windows, but that should be easy, right? And just fill up this black area with the castle outline. It should be very, very easy and pleasant to stitch. So that's why I'm coming back to this project over and over. If I don't have like a muse to stitch, I will just whip this out, and I usually I have some stitching done. I will try not to. Oh, Leonie's here. Hi. How are you doing? How's your holiday? Did you have some drinks? Is it still your favorite? Huh. Thank you, Alexia. I wasn't really sure if I heard that this is not the most favorite project that I do, but you are just keeping me reassured that it is worth doing it. Oh, you have pasión por el punto de cruz. Almondela Zapata says that she bought a beautiful pattern of Ravenclaw, and this is a window looking from the outside where you can see the living room with the Christmas tree. Oh, I would like to see that. Just hit me up on Instagram and show me how it looks, because I'm very, very curious. James loves the frogs and the fox. Boring drinks. Should add some alcohol. Every drink is more exciting with alcohol. So the next project, just to mix things up, it is the Halloween cats. I really do like this project. I want to finish it on the hoop, not like here on the wall, because it's a rounded project. I finished my black mage on like a normal frame, square frame, but I feel like it doesn't belong to it. I feel the rounded project should be either finished on the round frame or a hoop, because it just complements the shape. But you stitch whatever you want. So last time you saw me, I finished the Hamilton cat, which Betsy is not here. Vanessa is here. Hello, are you? How are you? My English is just failing me today. I was speaking English so well until people started to show up, because I thought I'll be here alone and sad. But I'm stitching. Oh, I forgot to mention that I'm stitching the Ravenclaw on 35 or 36 count flobal linen, and it is 2/2 with DMC, and this is on 16 parchment. As you can see, I finished the onion, the cat, and Hamilton, the witch, and this week I think I stitched on it for 1 day only too, and started to move here with this beautiful orange, as you can see on the pattern. Yeah, so I'm doing this weird and wicked tree that is in the background. So this pattern is also quite easy to follow. I really do like it. It is by Stitching Land on Etsy. And also I do a little twist on this project. I don't know if you follow me, you should probably know, but the Y that I use on the costumes of the cats is done in DMC that glows in the dark. So when I hang it on the wall, and there will be actually sunlight shining on it, which in England is not a common thing. It should glow in the dark during the evening or the night. But I was quite disappointed with the floss a little bit. Maybe not quite, just a little bit, because it doesn't, glow as long as I thought it should. But, it is artificial, kind of weird looking floss, and it's very hard to stitch with it because it fries a lot and it doesn't behave like a normal cotton floss. So it is kind of, I don't want to say a bad word, but it's a kind of no, I'm not gonna say it. No pain, no gain, right? It only says the same. Great. I guess we agree on one page, isn't it? Okay, so the next project I would like to show you is the frogs. Hey, James, just for you, especially for you. The gang of the frogs stacked up on each other. I don't know what kind of situation they fell into, but they seem to be enjoying themselves. So I am currently doing the fourth frog over here, and this is the part that I'm stuck a little bit. I've tried to stitch on it, and I did stitch on it for a couple of hours, but it is a grayscale, and I do not like grayscale. Thankfully, pattern is very clear, easy to follow, but I really don't like stitching in grayscale. Most of the colors to me are looking exactly the same. Questioning myself, is there even a reason for me to change the color, change the gray color? Here we go. Here they are in all their glory. As you can see, I stitched a little bit on the chin, and I'm working my way over here. This part, there is a part of yellow here which I'm excited to get to, but I remember when I started my Flosstube, I declared that each week I will finish one frog. How cocky was that? Like literally. And here we are, few months in, and just 4 frogs are finished and 50's on the way. I am very, very ashamed, but also sorry, not sorry. I had just 2 or 3 projects during that time, and now I have so many more because you guys are just keeping, recommending me new patterns. You are showing off the things you stitch, and I just keep buying them and just buying the fabric, buying the floss, kitting it up, and I am just, oh, I want to stitch this, I want to stitch that. Yes, yes, the only frogs that are welcome here. I do not like frogging. No one likes frogging on the fabric. And I heard where the term frogging comes from. It's apparently a family-friendly way of saying the F word while you have to rip out a big chunk of floss, and your children are around. So instead of saying an F word, you say frog, frog, frog. Yes, Alexia, I started many, many projects, and I'm very, very excited for every single one of them. My little kitty is having a time off because I got fed up with it. I stitched a lot on it, and I had to, I haven't finished it on time, so I will come back to it eventually, but it has to go. It has to go to my little sash here for a timeout. And next project is actually a new start. and you saw it if you follow me on Instagram. I posted it today, and it is all forest embroidery piece. This is a free pattern available for everyone. Just go on their website and you should be able to download it without any problems. The pattern itself has a lot of pages because it is not gridded like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But each section of the pattern is listed on a separate page, and each owl has been mentioned and named, and it tells you what exactly owl is that. And yeah, so you can look it up, and they are all numbered, so it's exactly 100 owls on this pattern, which is very, very interesting and nice. They had a lot of different and fun patterns, like Christmas bears that I will want to stitch before Christmas, for to spread a little bit of Christmas joy and spirit. So this is something that I'm thinking about stitching. I already bought the floss and decided on the fabric. So it may or may not happen. It's not something that I'm stoked about. I'm hooked about doing. But Leonie recently on her Flosstube mentioned Zelda sampler, which I saw a few times on social media. I saw it on Reddit, which I often explore, and I was really, really curious about stitching it, because it is such a fun pattern. And I know she will be using silk, and she's just prepared already to stitch it. And I haven't got anything for it, and I didn't even have a pattern, but possibly, in September or November, I will probably just go for it and start stitching it, and we'll see. If she told me to let her know, so I will let her know when I will decide to stitch it, and she can start it before that. I don't want you to wait for me, especially, but I will be probably joining in at the end of the year after I finish one or two of my existing projects. I definitely want to finish the cats before Halloween, and definitely want to finish the Ravenclaw, because I am just getting closer to the finish. So let me show you how it looks. I finally am using the Q-snap that I bought, and as you can see, I'm using some felt underneath. But I mentioned the sewing machine before that because I probably need some grime guard. Look at this excess fabric that I've got. Yeah, so I loaded my my fabric a little bit, weirdly, because I should load it. I accidentally loaded in the middle. Well, not accidentally. I wanted to load it in the middle, and I noticed that on the pattern you have to stitch like 20 stitches up from the middle, and we'll work around it. So I will have to relocate my fabric very, very soon. So at the moment I am doing this little motif here with this, I think, one of the biggest owls here. So as you can see, I am stitching it 2/2 on 32 count Zweigart even weave, and this fabric is called Sage. So it is really nice light green. I was really hesitant to pick this fabric because they called it for a pale green, which was not available anywhere. This was the closest one that I could find, and I thought it would be too dark because there's some very, very light greens in the pattern. But thankfully I just lied them out on the fabric, and you can clearly see them. So I'll be using this one. I wanted to use the limestone that I bought, but that was too white for me, and you have to use some few whites in the pattern. As you can see, we have few white owls here present, so I wanted something that will pop a little bit more. So This is my first Q snap. Everything is drum. It has a drum tension, which I love. I didn't even know how much I missed out on it, but while not using it and using hoops and losing tension after half an hour to have like a flimsy fabric in the middle. And this holds the fabric tension like nothing I ever owned. Obviously, this is not a scroll frame or anything like that, and I currently do not have any scroll frames because they are very expensive. And I would like to invest in scroll frames in near future, but um, I don't want to buy a cheap one that will, fall apart in 6 months or something like that. So at the moment, I'm using the Q snaps, but I will save up and finally buy a scroll frame for my biggest piece, the others that I haven't stitched in ages. This is my fault, but it is quite, annoying to set it up. It is a big piece of fabric. Oh, Claire is here. Hello. Sorry, I just noticed you. Hi. Glad to have you. How are you doing? This time I am live. Are you surprised? Probably. So yeah, I do love it. It is very. I do love my Q snap. And I'm making a mess. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't. Thankfully, I didn't disconnect you. Let me read a little bit of comments because things came up on the screen. Um, Oh, it comes from the sound that the frog makes. I think it will. I've still, stayed on my theory that it was a nice way to say when children were around. This is my theory. I stayed by it. Oh, wow. 27 whips. Holy guacamole, 27. I don't think I have even 8. I think I have 8 in total, but 27, that's insane. I think you have to put it in rotation, right? Just to stitch a little bit of one and just move along to the next one. Okay, James, you are very, very welcome to join the SAL. It is existing SAL, as I found out. So a lot of people are already stitching it or finished it. Yeah, Leonie is basically ready to stitch the Zelda sampler. She will ask me in the month. Perfect. Yeah, if you want to stitch it, in a week or 2 or 3, just go for it. You don't have to, wait for me. I will join in eventually, definitely. Yes, yes, Vanessa, I made a little bit of progress, and I probably, I will probably buy another Q snap next month if my if I am good on money, because a little bit early announcement, but probably end of this month and beginning of next, I will be slowly leaving my job. Unfortunately, my job is the contract that I signed is not very employee friendly, because when I put my notice in, I have to stay with the company for the next 3 months. Thankfully, I will be moving in with my partner, so we'll have a wonderful time together, and it'll be very, very nice to finally, move in and don't worry about, traveling back and forth between our places. But if you find a very, very good opportunity job-wise, it is very difficult to leave, because I think no one is going to wait for you 3 months until they will release you from your old job. And if you fail to complete the 3 months, they can fine you actually quite a bit of money. So my wonderful partner is the best in the world, and he told me that I don't have to worry about job after leaving, and I can even spend a month, unemployed until I find something good, a nice suitable job. But I am not a parasite. I want to find another job as soon as possible because I like to have my own money and not worry about about financial stuff, because I can worry about other things, but financial stuff has to be sorted for me. Okay, I think Leonie is very, very kinder now. She said she said that it's very fine it's fine for her to wait, but that's very kind of you. But if you really want to stitch it, just go for it. Claire wants me to move to North Carolina. Jesus, I cannot English today. Sometimes I can't even Michael today. So there are days like that I can't even Michael. But I will be visiting states during Christmas. Isn't that exciting? Probably. Depends what in the world will happen, and if they won't, stop all flights altogether, because my partner told me that he wants me to go and meet his family, and he wants me to go for Christmas to Alabama, and I'm scared. I'm scared, very, very scared, because I am very self-conscious that my English isn't perfect, and sometimes I have to ask people to change the words or explain what they mean, and after I do it like 5 or 6 times, I can see people being annoyed by it because they have to explain some stuff to me which are unclear. And yeah, so we'll see. Hopefully everything will go well, and we will meet each other, and they will not want to kill me for stealing their beautiful, beautiful boy. And the last project I want to show you guys is the newest August project for the cross stitch camp by Sherry. Oh, thank you, Vanessa. That's very sweet. So I decided to also stitch something not too big because of the type of fabric that I chose for it. So the challenge for August, stay with me with that. So the challenge for I need a sip before that. Leonie already knows what's coming. So challenge for August is to use the fabric that you never stitched on it before. So for this fabric, quote unquote, I decided to stitch something not too big, not too small. So it is a little kitchen sampler, and it looks like this. It's very, very cute and adorable. So obviously it is meant to be finished on the hoop. And as you can see, you have multiple kitchen appliances, a cake, some wine or olive oil, I'm not sure, cutting board, gloves, everything you need, and some, pots and a pan on skillet. I decided to use this pattern solely because the fabric. So my fabric, hold on, I'm so excited to show you that. My fabric to stitch this on, it's this. Do you see this? I already did the little cake motif. This is so crazy. I thought this would be a good idea, and it'll be something nice to hang on the wall. I am so excited. I don't know if that's something new, but mind you that because the shape of it's very, very difficult to finish the floss, because I have to a little flex it, push that, in, and just try to push the push the needle through the fabric, and it's very, very funny. And I was wondering how should I hang it after it's done? Like, should it hang it like that or should it hang it like that? So I decided it'll be easier to level it because the mesh is not perfectly straight by those little Shrek ears. My partner told me that I should stitch Shrek's face on it because of those ears, which is hilarious. I will probably do it. I'll probably do it because I bought two. I'll probably do it next time, but the mesh is not perfectly straight, so it'll be easier for me to level the stitching, just manipulating the thread that will go. Cameron asked me to come to New York City. I never been to States, so there's a lot of things I would like to see. And New York City, I heard is very dangerous. people get shot there often, and I'm kind of scared to go. I'll take my little. Can you call it Suze? How do you call this thing? I don't even remember. Sieve. I'll take this as a weapon. So I'm not even sure if this whole cross stitch project will fit on it, but I will try to, pack as much things that I can. I don't even know if I'm completely in the middle of it, because it's really hard to find the center of this sieve. Sorry, sieve. What a weird name, but yeah, I'm very very excited to. I haven't even posted that on my Instagram just to you guys have a nice surprise. So I was very, very excited. Okay, as for the haul that I picked up, before that, I will just read your beautiful comments. Oh, Leonie, thank you so much. I really hope they will like me. Well, what's not to like, isn't it? Vanessa is very shocked. I was very shocked when I came up with this idea. Um, well, it's okay. Alexia, we'll see how it goes with this. I hope if that was, I may probably have to stitch the background, but I will just do the motifs first and see how it looks. Maybe I will have to put a little bit of white felt on the back so it shows a little bit better, but we shall see. If that won't look very good, I'll probably either put felt in the back or stitch the background so it looks very, very nice in the whole. Nancy is very surprised. You can steal the idea, Nancy, and just do something on your sieve. It's fine. James, I will not use it for baking. Yeah, I am mad. I'm a mad scientist sometimes when it comes to stitching. Let's go to haul. Let's start with something interesting. I bought 2 new boxes to hold my floss because obviously I don't have enough boxes. I was always wondering because I saw a few people have this big honka chunk of box that is double-sided and can hold all the colors of DMC, and I don't really know where to get it. Can anyone, if you thanks, Claire. Do you like my shirt? Yeah, I gained some weight. Okay, I gained some weight during my holiday. So let's go back to the topic of the boxes. Where did you get? Where did you buy that box? I've tried to find it online, but no luck. I typed double-sided box, big box for bobbins and floss, but I couldn't find the one that people are often showing off, and at least not here in UK. Maybe it's not available here only in States. But yeah, where did I get it? Where did I get it from? Because I would like to have all my floss in one box, and if I'm going on holiday, just pick out the ones that I need. But it was a nice two different sizes of boxes. because they have the little dividers that you can take off and rearrange, which is very, very good. Next thing I picked up is for £5, I think, so about $7. These three little Christmas kits. They come with the Ada and floss. I don't know if they come with the needle. I'm not really sure, but I bought three of them for £5. They are meant to be, put on a Christmas card, but I was thinking about making a little ornaments. Sorry for the glare, but I have two beautiful lights shining upon me. Yeah, so first one is this little cute owl. As you can see, it has a nice, really beautiful scarf. The second one is a little robin with a Christmas hat. Very, very beautiful. Maybe I should stitch it for the family of my boyfriend and give them little ornaments to put on Christmas tree. Yes, that's the way to win them over. I am a genius. Sometimes my genius is frightening. The last one is a little snow globe with a house and a little, I think that's how do you call it? Evergreen flower, or I don't know, Christmas flower, whatever. But they had a few more motifs, but I think these are the nicest ones that they had, and I really wanted to pick up these two, but I have to choose three to have it on a discount. Basically, it was get two, get one free, so I picked it up. And the other thing that I bought, it is a pattern from Lord Libidan. As you can, I don't know if you know Lord Libidan, he is doing those crazy free patterns for Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3 Pokemon, like all Pokemons on one fabric. You can stitch it, and it's for free, completely for free. But he recently released a crazy, crazy mad scientist pattern on his Etsy, and it is Optimus Prime from Transformers, and it is thing that you make and assemble together. It is made from cross stitch, and it actually turns into a truck. I think I have this somewhere here. It turns into a truck, so it's almost like a cross stitch toy. And I was so amazed by it, so I had to buy it. It's kind of pricey. It is £14, so about $20 to get it. But it says on the bottom of it that any resemblance to other 3D models or other copy written material is consequential and not breach of any legal stance. So that means that probably this pattern will be taken off quite soon, because it might breach some legal, some. I don't think it's fair use, to be fair. So I wanted to pick it up as soon as possible, because if it disappears, it might not return back. So at least I have a copy. I don't have to stitch it now. I don't have to stitch it next year, but I have it, and it's mine, and no one will, take it away from me. What are you beautiful people? So you say Steve without E? Live. Okay, live. Okay, Steve. I'm still learning. Sorry. Currently using chocolate box to organize my thread. Chocolate boxes are actually very good things to use. I have few over there, as you can see. There's our chocolate boxes next to the ball of the dog. Claire, I am puppy sitting a dog. Let me just move that a little bit. See, she's sleeping here now. Look how cute it is. I have her for a weekend because my friend went to Poland, and she couldn't take the dog because they were flying. They usually go by car, but they said it's too much hassle. they rather take a plane. So they asked me if I can kindly, puppy sit the dog. Well, puppy sit. I said puppy sit, but this is an old lady. She is 9 years old, and she is absolute joy. She's very aggressive towards other people and dogs, though. So I have to be very careful, you know, with her. But she's not that she's aggressive. She's very protective of people that take her for a walk. So I have to take that in considerations. That's why she wanted her to stay with me, because I know how to handle her, and how to yeah, short time stitching buddy, and how to prevent any situations that might happen. So, but other way, but if she knows you, you are her best friend, and she's actually very shy and very scared of inanimated objects. So when I was setting up the set, she was very anxious and just leaving the room and entering, because I put a lot of things around me, and she's just so adorable because of that. I mean, uh, one of the ways to prevent her to jumping on the couch when you are not home is just opening an umbrella and sitting in on the couch, and she'll not move it. She'll not try to jump in, because she's scared of umbrellas and tiles in the kitchen or something like that. She doesn't have enough traction, and her paws can slip, so she's afraid of tiles in the kitchen. So she's so adorable. So, and last two things that I have that are stitch related, I picked up. Actually, my partner found in a charity shop, and it's a thrift store. Or maybe not last three things. It is this complete guide to embroidery book by Pam Davison or Dawson, and it includes cross stitch, black work, all of quilted cushions, all of the interesting stitches, some patterns in shadow work for shears. A lot of beautiful stuff here. A lot of beautiful stuff, and simple techniques for cut work. It is something that I never knew I need, but I really want to get through. And just some chain stitches, how to do chain stitches. This is something that I will probably use quite a bit if I will go into embroidery. I would like to try embroidery at least once to see if I like it. And this will be a good guide to know what I'm doing, to know how to do each type of stitching. Also, I will be using YouTube because reading about it is one thing, but actually seeing it in action is different. Sometimes pictures are not clear enough, although from what I can see, those pictures are very, very clear, and they show you how to move, which is very, very interesting. And next book that I found, that he found in the same shop, it is The Embroidery: An Introduction to the Basic Skills and Techniques of the Craft by Diana Springle. It's also a book about embroidery. You have some free stencils here you can use as a to try it out. You can saw this beautiful elephant, which is very hippie, and it shows you. Does it? Yeah, it has everything you need. It has the parts that you have to copy. You can copy it, and it is very interesting elephant. Look at it. So trippy. Like when it was published. I'm very interested now. It is published in 1980, so early 80s. On the clash of 70s and 80s, and it's very interesting. And it was published by BBC, which is very, very interesting, isn't it? I am very, very glad to have it and add it to my collection of stitchy stuff and patterns. I did not get through it yet. Like completely, I just flipped through it, and I thought, yes, I need it, I want it. Yes, embroidery can Alexia says that she feels that embroidery is very difficult because you need to be artistic. In a way, yes, yes, I can agree to that. But some of the patterns that you get are very, very detailed, and they tell you what kind of stitch exactly you have to do and how it's supposed to look. Like they even have a lot of multiple pictures how each step is supposed to look, so you can most of them you can follow without any problem. Most of them you can just go along and just compare it with the pictures. If something looks a little bit odd and different, it's fine. It's like cross stitching, right? Sometimes you just miscount, or sometimes you stitch with the color that you weren't supposed to stitch. So sometimes it's good to embrace your little errors and modifications, because it makes the piece truly yours, isn't it? And the last thing I have today regarding the cross stitch, it is the contemporary cross stitch collection, and it's over 140 patterns in this magazine. I found it in my local craft store, which is Hobbycraft. Yes, Vanessa, artistic liberty, and it has some of the patterns of Stitchrovia, as you can see, and very, very nice, beautiful patterns all around. They have a plushy kind of stuffed cacti, prickly bodies. This is how they look. I flipped through this book, and they have very, very beautiful patterns. And for the price of £10, you get 140 patterns. It is just amazing. But my favorite pattern, let me have a look. It is stitched by using DMC plus some threads that are they are wool-like, and these llamas, look, they're very, very fluffy because of the thread that is being used. I don't know if you can see it properly, but come on now. As you can see, they're very, very fluffy because of the thread used. And I would really want to stitch one of them and see how it will look. And they are using, one second, let me have a look, Madeira thread, and I don't really know where to find this. The llamas are really, really interesting. I think I just need to Google it and just find it online, isn't it? That's the easiest way. But yeah, apart from that, they have a lot of beautiful, beautiful patterns. Like, I wanted to get this pattern on Etsy, but now I don't have to because it's here. And I was very happy to find it. And it was the last one. I was just like, oh, it's mine. You're not gonna take it from me. Oh, bye, Leonie. Take care. Talk to you tomorrow, I guess, because we end up talking very, very often. So take care, good night, and it was very nice to have you here. Sleep well, enjoy your holiday. Don't spend too much money in cross-stitch shop. Oh, well, spend as much as you want. Okay, who am I? I'm not your father, or I don't know, daddy. Okay, and now we are moving to the haul that is not cross-stitch related. So if you are here only for the cross-stitch, yes, I think, Alexia, I can find it on Amazon. I think so. That'll be logical, isn't it? So if if you're here only for a cross-stitch, the cross-stitch segment is over. Let's go to the things that I bought during my holiday in Scotland. So we've been to Edinburgh, and I had to pick up some stuff for myself as a memoir or souvenir. And also I decided to grab some gifts for my friends and family for their upcoming birthdays, or when I come back to Poland, just to celebrate my grand return for holiday. So the things that I bought for myself, one of them, are those Halion coasters, and they are in 2 colors, and they're very, very adorable. Look at them. And they have a Scottish tartan pattern just behind them, and Look at them. They are so amazing. I had to get them. They are coasters. I don't know how well they, you know, they'll hold up because obviously this is a fabric and it's in grooves. So if the liquid gets there, if it's water, that's fine. It just can evaporate. But if that's some kind of sweet soda, it can just get stained. But they'll be loved and cherished and probably used. You can only use it on water. Don't. If I hand them over, it'll have to be on the glass of water or nothing else, or just decorative, just to be there. You cannot like those plates that your grandma has in the on the cabinet on display. You can only look at them. You can never use them. You know what I'm talking about. You definitely know what I'm talking about because my grandma was the same. They had a nice set for guests, but she never used it for guests. So let me grab this. So my niece is take care, James. Have a nice day, and don't work yourself out. Don't is that the right term? Don't work yourself up at work. Just enjoy it. Take care. See you next time. I'm glad to have you here. Back to the back to the hall. So my niece is 5 years old, and when I was on the battlefield side in Scotland, they had a lot of things in the shop that were 30% off basically, and I just had to get this. It is like a tweed backpack. It is super cute. This is for my niece. She's 5 years old. It has a zipper. It has one little pocket here. I don't know how women's kind of backpacks or bags work, but it has only one pocket, which is kind of sad. But yes, wear yourself out. Thank you, Nancy. That is very helpful. It's nice to have friends like that can tell you what to say and how you should say it properly. Because over time, I hope I will incinerate that in my memory. But this is like a little backpack, and see 1/3 off. So I just had to get it for her because I think it will look very cute on her. She's 5 years old. I'm sure that she will love it. There was the other one. Oh, Claire, stay. Okay, I understand. You have little children that you have to take care of, and they're probably destroying something at home. Take care, Claire. It was very nice to have you here. So this is the beautiful bag that I picked up for her, just for her. And the next thing I bought, it's this. It's in this. It is how do you call it? A little thing that you wear over your clothes. It has some buttons that you button up here. I was thinking about giving it to my aunt. No, first of all, I was thinking about giving it to my grandma, but I thought I don't know if she would like something like that. So I think I'll give it to my aunt. But this is how it looks. This is something that apparently you should undo the buttons like this. Open it up. I don't know how to call it properly. Probably it says it on. It's wrap. It's a wrap. So, oops, one button, and you put it over yourself, like a grandma, And let me try it out. I never tried it out actually. I just bought it because I thought it was super cute. You button it up all the way down, apparently. Do you like my grandma style? Am I a sexy grandma? I think I got it right. So you button it up, button down, button. There's a lot of buttons here. I don't know if she has, that much of dexterity to do it. and you turn it like that, and this is how you're supposed to wear it. This is how you're supposed to wear it. This is how they displayed it. So I think my aunt will love it. I don't think I will give it to my grandma. It's just like I don't even know. Probably like something to wear in spring or autumn. It is very nice. It is very soft, and I really love the pattern. Um, what do you think? Is that something that you would wear, or something that is commonly worn? It was quite expensive. It was almost £50. So I was like, should I get it or not? But you know, things you do for your family sometimes. Well, you know, if you love them, you love them. But it makes a little perfect square when it's button up. Let me just fold it up. I don't want to mess it up. But you know, I really do like it. I really liked it on the mannequin, but also the mannequin was thinner than me, and I'm a big boy with big dreams. Let me put it back into. I think I messed it up. Whatever. No, it fits. Good. As long as it fits, and it comes in this little bag, which is very adorable. Sorry, I'm burping basically. Oh, Nancy loves that. Oh, Alexia. Oh, yeah, that'll be probably very good for stitching because your hands are very free. It doesn't, obstruct your motion. And the next thing I bought is this scarf, and it is a blend scarf with alpaca wool. One second, I just saw the little tag here somewhere. It is a blend of 40% alpaca, 35 acrylic, and 25% wool. So it is not 100% alpaca, but this thing was 105 pounds. And I was like, that's a little pricey, but I flipped it and it says 50% off. So I went to the cashier and asked if it's really 50% off. And he said, yes, it is. It's not selling very well because it's very expensive. So we made a promotion and sold 50% off. So I snatched it. And it is a big scarf. To be fair, it is a big scarf. But it has little alpacas on it. How cute is that? I just had to take it. And this is probably the gift that I will give it to my grandma. Those beautiful alpacas, and I love this deep purple color. And it is a huge scarf. It is a huge scarf, as you can see. So she can just wrap herself up a few times, and she'll stay warm during winter. But I do love the colors. I do love the colors. They had gray and white one, like in grayscale, exactly the same, but in grayscale. And I thought, yeah, it is nice. It is beautiful, but it's kind of boring at the same time. So I decided to get this one instead. And it was, to be fair, they had like 5 of the gray ones and only one this. So I guess this sells, this sells better. But I really do like it, and it's very soft and warm. So this is probably something that I will give to my grandma. Vanessa thinks that I have excellent taste. Well, I have still a little bit of things to show you, so you can judge my taste after that. So I picked something for my brother and my sister-in-law. So I think this will be a good gift for them. These scarves I bought them scarves. I'll probably give it to them, but I'm not sure. It's by Natural Trust of Scotland, and it is polyester and viscose blend. But the motif of it is very fun and beautiful. So for my sister-in-law, this scarf with the Hylian Coup motif, it is absolutely beautiful. And not that I think that she is a cow, but she's not. She's very nice and very intelligent and nice. But honestly, if someone gave me this scarf, I will be happy. I will be very happy because it is double-sided. And you can wear it either this side or this side, depends what kind of outfit you wear. You can choose whichever side you want, and it's very beautiful. Oops, I wanted to fancy flip it, but I obviously didn't. So I think it'll be a perfect gift for her. What do you think, guys? Will she like it or not? I hope she won't think that I'm a crass because I gave her like a borderline offensive gift that I think that she's a cow. She is not a cow. She's a wonderful person. She's a great swimmer. I wish she would teach me a little bit how to swim because I'm a very poor swimmer. I suck at swimming. And for my brother, I decided to buy him very similar scarf, but the motif that these are basically two motifs that they had back to back. So this little stag motif or buck, whatever you call them. So it is also a double-sided. You can either choose silver, main color silver, and stag is deep blue, or other way around. So in Poland, there is a saying, unfortunately, that if your wife is cheating on you, she is, attaching horns, and it's also very often, associated with stags and bucks. But I don't think that. I think his wife is faithful, and I don't want to associate this with that. But I think he will like it because I love the colors and it's very beautiful. You can also wear it other way around. Depends on the style, on what you're wearing, and it makes it very universal, and it's very soft and nice to touch. Yes, Alexia. It is very nice thing. So the next thing I decided to pick up, it's for my dad. It's this beautiful sweater. He is a larger type of boy, man. So I decided to get him this wool sweater. It wasn't expensive. That's why I picked it up, and also I will give him something extra on top of it. But it's a nice sweater. It should keep him warm during the winter or autumn. I hope he will use it. It's big enough that should fit him. If not, well, he'll either have to lose some weight or gain some weight. Next thing I bought, it is this little thing. I don't know who I will give it to, but this is Snoot. So basically it's a loop, and you just wear it like that. You just twist it and just put it over your shoulder, over your neck. And it is a very nice. I like the motif and color. You know what? You know where I picked it up? In a very small village in Scotland. I think they were, closing down. They were closing down. How do you call it? Like camping store or something like that, and they had a lot of things that were cheaper than they supposed to be. I am pretty sure that this is Craig's hoppers, and I picked it up for only £10. So it was a steal in my opinion. I feel that they are much more expensive because Craig's Hopper are, in my opinion, a very, very good brand in UK. I had few of them of their stuff, and they never failed to, they never failed me. They were comfortable clothing, and I thought it was worth it. And for my beloved mum, is that? Yes. Thank you, Alexia. I also like this snoof or whatever that is. For my mom, I picked up this scarf. She is a blonde girl. She dyes her hair blonde, but she is blue-eyed. So I thought this will be a perfect scarf for her, and I decided to pick this up. It was very expensive because it's pure cashmere. I just wanted to give my mom what's the best on the market, so I decided to go with cashmere. And sorry, so silky smooth and very soft, and I'm pretty sure that she will like it because she likes to wear beige stuff. So I thought this should go very well with her clothing that she's usually wearing, and she deserves something good, right? She deserves what's the best from her son, because thanks to her, I'm here. So it is very, very nice scarf. I really do like it, and it's very soft. I think the softness, it's the selling point of it, right? Next thing, it is a shirt that I'm also giving to my father, and it's also Craig Hoppers, and I also picked it for £10. Look at it. It is supposed to be mosquito proof. It says it's the world's first permanent insect repellent fabric. And if you ever been to Poland during summer or late summer, and after raining, there's lots of rain, you know that mosquitoes is a plague. It's a plague, especially under some rivers, not under rivers, near riverside or lakeside. It's just it's just awful. And then hopefully, if that just claims that it's repelling the mosquitoes, it's a game changer, man. It is a game changer. So I know for a fact that my dad will love this, and thankfully in UK we don't have that many mosquitoes, so this will be a perfect gift for my dad. He is a very outdoor going person. Yes, mothers and fathers always deserve the best. Yeah, I agree, Alexia. I agree. My parents are very, very nice and very, very um, how should I put it? Very loving people. Obviously, we have our own arguments sometimes, and sometimes they just play on my nerves, like Stevie Wonder on piano. But that doesn't change the fact that I love them. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you. Yeah, I hope they will like the gift that they picked up. Also, I have some stuff that I picked up for myself, like these two ties. So the first one is with the stag motif. Let me just take it out of the box so I can show it to you. And this is quite ordinary. I bought it in Scottish National Museum. So this stag is actually one of the paintings showcased in the museum, which was very exciting. Let me have a look. I should have a photo of that, actually. I'll show you the photo. So you will see. They had actually imprint of the stag on the other tie, but I didn't really like it. I like this motif more. Shouldn't be. It should be quite easy to find. Give me a second. It won't take long. Because it's quite recent, isn't it? So before that. Na, 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 na. Yeah, I got it. So this is the stag that I have in the museum. Come on, focus. Will you focus now? I'm very stubborn today, camera. Yeah, so this is the print of that. I really do like it. It's in deep green, and yeah, I think I will wear it in Pride. I don't even know what I will pair it with, but I really love the motif. And the other one, which is the more exciting tie that I picked up, it was for the same price. It is called the River Walker. So it's basically a mayor painted on skates, ice skates, skating on a river, on a frozen river, as you can see. Can you see him? He is just ice skating. And what's funny, what's what nice about this particular tie, that it actually has the painting on it. It's a little bit hidden, but if you flip the tie over, you can see the little painting on it, and it's so I thought it's so cool. So I had to have it. It has a skating mayor on it, just skating on a lake with his beautiful cylinder hat. Isn't that cool? It's like a hidden feature of the tie, and I just had to have it. It was pricey. It was £30, but I really wanted to have that. Oh my gosh, we are just 1.5 hour long video. Oh my gosh, it'll be probably my longest yet because I have just few things to show you. Yes, I really do love the small details on the tie, Alexia. I really, really do like it. I was really very excited to get this. The problem is that uh, the funny thing about picking those up, because when we've been to the museum to visit, I booked the tickets, and the store was closed on that particular date, so we had to come back there, especially for me to get those ties. It was it was funny. I just had to have them. Okay. So these two scarves I picked up for myself. This is very simple. They're probably one of the cheapest ones. I think it cost me like £10 for one, but I like the color scheme of this. So I will not spend a lot of time showing you because it's already been like 1.5 hours since I started this live tube. So it's very simple motifs, but it's nice to have different colored things to pair it up. Also, I picked up this big boy, which originally was £40, but I bought it for 15. And I love those greens and grays and whites. And it is also very, 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 yeah. I should learn more. I should expand my vocabulary. It's a soft material. What is that exactly? I'm not sure. Is there any tag? Should be a tag. It is viscose and polyester blend. So pretty much exactly as the other scarves for my family. And I bought this one, which was actually will be gifted to my friend, which lives underneath me. So he better not try to listen to what I am talking about at the moment. But it'll be a gift for him, a scarf for him. His birthday is actually in September, so it's like a perfect timing to give him that. And this is for him. This is another scarf that I picked up for myself, or to give to someone. I'm not really sure, but I love the reds and oranges and greens on it. And this is a scarf that I got for the wife of my friend. She's also my friend, and her birthday is coming up very, very soon. So she is a redhead, and I tried to find something in greens that will fit her, but this pattern, I feel like it's going to fit a lot of her clothing. So Hopefully she will love it. And I also picked it up for £15 instead of 30, so halfway, much cheaper than I should. And let's get through the last pile that I've got. I've picked up a lot of books, and it's quite a huge pile. This one I got for my birthday, and it's called Something Wicked from Japan, Ghosts, Demons, and Yokai, and Ukiyo-e Masterpieces. So it is actually an art book. If you like Japan, you know what kind of paintings I'm talking about, like those weird ghosts. These are yokai, so ghosts and creatures in Japanese folklore. And this is a very interesting and beautiful book. You can see little stories, what's on the painting, that it's like typhoon, ghosts, and you can see an army of Japanese soldiers. And yeah, it is a very interesting book that I like to flip through. So I got this from my friend, from my colleague from work, and I really adore it. And it's one of the books that I'll never probably get rid of, because I am a fan of Japanese stuff. Let me just put another pile here, maybe. So I finished the Percy Jackson and the Titan's Curse. I think this is better than the second one. I don't want to talk about it too much because I want to finish this Flosstube soon enough, wasn't it? But I want to talk about my books. The rest of the pile that I have here is just books. So if you're not interested in books, you can just you can just go to sleep because it's getting late. It's after midnight. I'm very sorry. For people from Europe, I'm very sorry. I should probably start it an hour early, so more people from Europe could have joined. But if you are still here and you still want to hear about it, I'm very grateful. Again, I say very I'm really grateful, and I really appreciate that you're here. But I hope to wrap it up in the next 10 or 15 minutes. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, Alexia. It's almost 1 a.m. in France. So let's get through it. I like this book more than the second one. Second one was very mid. I'm saying very. It was mid. It wasn't the greatest. This one is more interesting. It has characters that you knew from the previous books and put them against each other in a way, but it just goes deeper in the conflict, and I hope we'll enjoy the next few books. So the thing is that I finished this book when I was on holiday and I didn't have anything to read, so I picked up something from the stash of books that I bought on my journey. So I wanted to. I bought a new book. This is The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss, and it's apparently a very. It's a amazing fantasy story, and I am 130 pages in. It is quite mundane until 100-page mark hits, but after that it gets interesting and it hooks you. So I'm interested what happens further in the story. I decided to get it in hardcover. I like to have my books in hardcover, and it was special edition released. When this was released, 2019 or something like that. No, it was released in 2017. So I was really happy to find it in a local bookstore in hardcover, and I hope to collect all of them and read them in hardcover. Because the bookstore is called Weatherstone, and they have special promotion. For every £10 you spend, you get a stamp. You get 10 stamps, and you have 10%, £10 off your next purchase. So because of that, I wanted to hit like £30 mark. So I picked up another 2 books in a Terry Pratchett series. One is called Eric. The other one is called Moving Pictures. So I really, again with really, I forgot what Eric was about. Really, I forgot. And it is very a thin book, so it shouldn't take long to finish it. How many pages does it have? It has 130 pages. So quite thin book, and this Moving Pictures, it is about beginnings of movies and the cinematography, and it tells you how those movie things come to life. Actually, the things that I filmed are coming to life and causing havoc, and how to stop them by movie magic. You need a hero. You need to craft a hero to battle the monsters created by the film. So it has how many pages? Why am talking about pages? I'll tell you in a second. 351 pages. And the funniest thing is that these books cost exactly the same. The same, edition, and they cost the same despite the huge, difference in page count, which is very fun. The next thing I picked up will probably be very interesting to a lot of you. It is the Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone in this beautiful edition. Look at this. This is a beautiful special edition with some pop-up elements. As you can see, we have a Dumbledore's clock with moving, pieces. It has, what else? It has Fat Lady, and you can, I don't know. I cannot. It's very hard to do it. Wait a second. You can't. Oh no, things are falling. You can move her eyes around so she's, looking, and you can open the door and see what's, the common room of Gryffindor. And it is a very beautiful edition. I really do like it. It also has some beautiful illustrations in it. So if you have a children, that are not very interested in reading, or you want to get them into reading, I think this is edition of Harry Potter that you should buy. It is quite pricey. It was £30 to get it, but it is full of illustration, and it's not like it is missing any of the story. The book is there from A to Z. But it is a beautiful, beautiful edition of Harry Potter. And the next one is coming out really soon in October, so I will be looking for it, and I'll be probably pre-ordering it because it is so beautiful. And they had only I bought it in a Harry Potter themed store. They had a lot of Harry Potter stuff like postcards, wands, figurines, and this was one of the 2 remaining copies, so I had to snatch it. Oh, I'm sorry. Burp. So I had to snatch it, and I want to continue. Sorry. So it's year 1, as you can see, or you cannot see. It's year 1 of Harry Potter. Beautiful book. I love it. Flowery Dave, Flowery Dave. Hello, hello. How are you? It's good to see you. How are you doing? Alexia, at the moment is stick to the ebook. What we have here? It's okay. Oh, she wakes. Okay, I feel less bad about it, Alexia, that you're you work from home and you don't have to get up early. 4 p.m. Arizona. Okay, perfect. So I'm not taking too much time from guys. Yay, you'll be moving out to a new room. Thank you, Dave. Yes, stitching is very, very good. Ugh, sorry, I keep saying very, very. It's just I'm not self-conscious about it, and I just want to avoid it at all costs. Thank you. My plants are growing nice. Meet Archibald. He's a dragon. He currently have some. He has a compass on his horn. I showed my cross stitch related stuff, Dave, a little bit early in the stream. If you want to watch it after, be my guest. But yeah. Oh, and I also bought this little light. I thought I saw it on someone's Instagram, and I thought I need it, so I bought a clippy light that you can put. I can put it on my hoop. I can put it on my Q snap, and it's very bright. Actually, you cannot see it now because it's bright here in the room. So yeah, so I will use it for my future projects, or when I'm traveling, and at maximum, power it, and on maximum power it lasts about 4 hours, which is like ideal, I think, for a stitching session, like in train or on hotel or something like that. Just to not occupy your whole time. So if it turns off, it means that you should probably do something else. Enjoy your holiday, go out, eat some dinner, or go and do some sightseeing. So I think 4 hours should be pretty good. If not, I'll probably buy another one. So next book or series of books, it is the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I bought quite a bit. They had a promotion in Manga Shop. When you get 2 volumes of any manga, third one is for free. So I only planned to get up to this red one, which is Battle Tennessee series. So this is the second series. If no, you cannot see it. So back there somewhere there is a first JoJo series, and so I started part 3, which is Stardust Crusaders. So I think I spent £50 for it. So they are in hardcover. I do love this series. It is my favorite anime and my favorite manga series in the world. So when I found out that they are releasing it in hardcover, a beautiful edition, I just had to have it. And thankfully, get one free was the perfect, opportunity for me to stack up on them. So I started collecting the third part. Currently, there's only 4 parts released, but hopefully we'll get 5th part soon in this edition. I don't have much space anymore. So I have only 2 more books. Hey, Red Floss Stitcher, how are you doing? It's nice to see you. How have you been? Oh, JoJo. What's JoJo? Man, what's JoJo? So, first 2 series of JoJo's are how to explain that? It's very difficult. So, first series, it's called Phantom Blood, and it follows the young aristocrat Jonathan Joestar, and it shows because his father was saved. So in the beginning of the series, his father was saved by some Russian crook from the chariot accident, and obviously this crook tried to rob the bodies of the noble family, and he just thought his father just woke up and thought that he was trying to save him. So he said, "Oh, you have my, gratitude, and if you ever need help in the future, I will gladly lend you my hand and use my influence to help you out." So during the chariot accident, is it chariot? I'm not sure. His wife died, but his son lived. So they are living in the mansion at the moment. and the crooks, the thieves, is on his deathbed, and he has a son. So basically, what it is, his son poisoned him because he was sick of his father, because he was an alcoholic, he was gambling money, and he basically mistreated him a lot, and he grew a grudge towards noble people because he was in the poverty. So on the deathbed, his father sent a letter to the Joestars saying that he is on his deathbed. If you can just take his son to the family. And hi, Red Floss. Yes, I'm very well. Thank you so much for asking. How are you doing? So they took him in, and basically his lifetime mission was destroy the family from the inside and take over the money and the property. So he was, trying to mentally break Jonathan as hard as he could. He used dirty tricks during, their boxing sparring. At one point, uh, for the beginning when they just met, his dog Danny ran up to him and he just high kicked him in the face out of nowhere, and he told him that he was just doing it in self defense. But after some kind of events, he basically they had like a metal box that they were burning leaves and all the garden sticks and stuff like that. So he uh, put the dog to sleep and threw him there, like tie him up, and basically they burned the dog alive. The gardener just lit up the fire, and someone was, the commotion was inside, banging and just barking, and they just cooked the dog alive. And throughout the series, they found about this Mayan mask that if you put some blood in it, some spikes grow out of it. And first of all, Dio, the son of this thief, thought this would be perfect way to kill Jonathan, and it will look like an accident. Just make him wear a mask, splatter some blood, and spikes will just penetrate his skull and kill him. But sometime after, when he just wanted to try out on some kind of slum people, if that plan would work, it happens to turn people into vampires. So so he knew the secret of the mask by now, and things come to conclusion, and the Jonathan's father was in his deathbed, and it happens to Dio that tried to poison him, and he gave him like a medication, and he just tried to poison him, and he was confronted by Jojo, by Jonathan Joestar, so Jojo. He was confronted by him, and in an act of desperation, he just used the mask on himself and become a vampire. So the first series is about defeating Dio, and trying to defeat him. So he learns like special technique of breathing, which incorporates someone's breathing into like energy that is a sun, and he can hit with like it's very hard to explain that, really. I am very bad about telling stories. I'm really sorry about that. So the second part is about Mayans that were, trapped in stone, and they waking up. The creators, original creators of the mask. So they are supernatural beings already, but after using special stone on the top of the mask and shining light, sunlight, was harmful for vampires, shining, the light through the stone, and the mask is, closing in, they can become an ultimate beings, which is, they can manipulate the nature. So the second part is about, defeating these. And third part, and each part of JoJo focuses on different, the same line of Joestars, but this, grandsons and, down the line people. So, spoiler alert: Jonathan on the first part dies, but then his grandchild Joseph lives. Because stuff happens. I don't want to spoil too much. So his grandson lives in America. First part takes places in England. Second part is in America, and they fly over the world. They end up in Italy. Second part also showcases some Nazis, and Nazis in this part are the good guys. They're trying to fight the main ultimate beings. So this iteration of Joseph tries to help them out. And third part takes us to Japan, and another grandson of Joseph, and it's Josuke. No, yeah, no. Josuke was the different one. Jotaro, yes, Jotaro, the third part. And this is where they try to put some supernatural stuff. So they get like a ghost that is impersonation of their fighting spirit, but whatever. No, it's never the same character. They are like Joestar line, and it goes from Jonathan to Joseph to Josuke to Jotaro, and third one is which one is fifth one? The fifth one is Giorno Giovanni. So he's Italian, and it's just complicated, but it's very interesting and very yeah. Oh, Studio Ghibli. Yes, I do love my Studio Ghibli. I'll show you something. If I can dig it out. I hope I won't. Where are you? So probably in the back, which is a shame. Right in the back, probably, yeah. That'll make sense if I put you in the back. Where are you in the back? Probably. Yes. It's in the back. I don't want to. But I have a whole collection of Studio Ghibli movies in one big box. So, back on track. Yeah, so JoJo's never focuses on one protagonist. It is the whole line of Joestars, and it just goes from I don't even know where the first part takes. It is basically, it also features Jack the Reaper at some point, so during this time period, I guess, and it just goes down, and it just goes slowly into the modern era. So on the first part, they get those stands that they can do different stuff like stopping time or taking someone's mind into possession, or controlling ice or controlling sand. So it is very like epic, outsmarting things, and just some of the graphics are so bloody and gruesome. It's just very interesting. So the last two books I picked up are the Celtic myths and tales, and also Norse myths and tales. It was a discounted book series for $12.99, and I had to pick up an epic, myths and tales, because I do like my myths and tales. And look at those beautiful editions. It is so beautiful. They are engraved, they are shiny, they are beautiful, and I do like myths and tales. But in Poland, we only learned about myths and tales related to Greece and a little bit to Roman, and not so much about our own Slavic myths or to Celtic or Norse. We never touched them. Usually, when we talk about myths, we had to read at least a fragment of Iliad or Odyssey by Homer, which is a classic, and it's very hard to read something, that was translated to a difficult language. Even when I, read about it in Polish, it was so difficult. But I would like to approach it one more time, same as for some of the classics that I grew up with. So the one book that I'm really hunting, or trying to get, I saw it's available. Again, it is the Journey to the Center of Earth by Jules Verne. And this is my, maybe not the favorite book of all time, but it is the book that I have a lot of sentiment to, because it is the first book that I read for all of the, assignments that we get in Poland regarding, classic books that you should read. This was the first book that we could choose. One of the books that we could choose from the list. It was like they had free space, and we could choose something from the list that we want to read. It was the first book that got me into reading. Overall, this is the first book that showed me that, hey, reading is fun. There's a lot of adventures in books if you go to genre that you resonate with. And Journey to the Center of Earth was a fantastic fantasy book that I really do like fantasy. That's why I picked up, those books. I picked up the Harry Potter and Terry Pratchett books. I really do like fantasy books, and I think this is one of my favorite genres. I think I covered pretty much everything what I got. And we'll be probably wrapping up this live too, but it's 2 hours in. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you, Dave. I just really tried to step up my game with imagination and try to see things differently. It's not always the case. Also, when it comes to JoJo, I think last birthday or 2 years ago, I've been gifted this plate here, and this is one of the characters of JoJo, Jotaro. You can see him here, and this is his visualization of his spirit power. It's called Star Platinum. So his spiel is that he is super fast, and he punches hard, and he's very precise. He's able to catch a bullet. He tried to, show him that he's possessed by a spirit, and he took a gun, shot himself in the head, and the spirit caught the bullet before it reached his head. But also later in the series, he was able to even stop time. So that's quite overpowered. Oh wow, Alexia, that's very impressive. Oh no. Oh, that's a shame. That's a very big loss. I have only one book of Jules Verne. I think I showed it in my last Flosstube. Oh, I got a moth. And it's this one. It's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and this beautiful squid pattern. It's not squid, it is a jellyfish pattern. It's very nice and very beautiful. Look at it. It's so shiny. Look at it. It's nice to geek out about books with people that like to listen to you, right? And it's hardcover. I do like my hardcovers. I haven't read that book, like never read it. So it was last one in the bookstore, so I just got it because I might as well. It's a classic for a reason, right? I need to find out why this is a classic. So I'm very, very happy. Again, I should start with very, very. I'm happy to have it finally in my collection. I will read it eventually. As you can see, I've got quite a bit. It's not a huge it's not a huge library of books. I'm aware, but most of them I haven't read at all. So I have a pile that I have to get through. And I keep buying books and I keep buying books, and it just grows and grows. And I don't have enough time to read them. So at one point in my life, it will really feel like library, that each day will be a discovery of a new amazing story to read. Yes, books are a joy to have. I stopped reading books about 7 or 8 years ago, and I'm just getting back to it. Yes. Also, Dave, my partner, also loves books, and he recently read Black Mages trilogy, and his library also growing. So if we combine them together, will be an amazing thing to have. I wish you that, Alexia, to display your beautiful books on a shelf so guests can see that you are an educated person. You are also a woman of culture, like we are all. Okay, let's just wrap up this this Flosstube. It is almost 1 o'clock here in UK, and I have work tomorrow, unfortunately. Library marriage, yes, library marriage is the best thing ever. And also, I have to take this little lady over here for a wee before I go to sleep. So thank you very much all for coming in and spending this time with me. It was a pleasure to see you, and I hope we'll see each other next time. I don't know if I will make a live video, but I will definitely make a Flosstube video. So if you are interested in what I'm doing, what I'm stitching, what I'm talking about, please feel free to show up, leave a comment, or talk to me on Instagram. I am happy to answer to everyone as much as I know. Sometimes I don't have a time to do that, but I try to answer as quickly as I can. And mind you, I am a man of few words when it comes to writing. I don't write essays. I usually answer with a sentence or two, so don't get discouraged with that. Thank you, Dave. Thank you for wishing me a good night. I wish you a very pleasant night as well, also evening for someone in Arizona. And I will see you next time. And keep yourself healthy, drink plenty of water, get 8 hours sleep, which I am pretty much breaking now because I have to get up in 5 hours. But take care, guys, and have a lovely day or night. Take care. Bye.